You, my friend, have earned a rest in the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. You must be weary, Fen, and now may very well be your only chance to... Antecedent! A messenger from Ulda has arrived with a mist for you. A royal seal? Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of Eorzea of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo ul Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ulda in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem that we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege. You, for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for the earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders think themselves deserving of a place at such celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share the glory of your triumph? No, but mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moonbreda, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasion may bring about momentous change. And this is without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions? Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Curious. I've never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could all be amiss? I think Tataru wants to be an adventurer. Nahaman, you seen Tataru? Tataru? I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think of it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Oh, Fen, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing really... Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say, Fen. I'm glad we had this little chat. Yes, Tataru? You have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Fen made me realize there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you certainly have earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Antecedents. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hoary Boulder and Hiltonet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself. And others, more importantly. When I return, I should be both your receptionist and your bodyguard.
Whoa, hey! Ooh, almost knocked me down. That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. Never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Is all befell which I might help antecedent?
Not at the present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me?
Ah, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of the capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party.
Very well, I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able.
Ah, thanks, antecedent. I take my leave of you. Oh, my legs!
The power to defend oneself? Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think of it, I do recall your Angers mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanima. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanists Guild in Limenso? Yes, that would be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see if all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment we made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I'm sorry to say that I have as of yet been unable to do so. Now I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and escort duty is frankly beneath a man of your talents, but I have no one else to turn to at the present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist in this matter? Of course, it's Hoary Boulder. He's protected Flahamman. Of course I will. Generous to a fault. Thank you, Fen. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the important task in the import of the task in question. For some time, Order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summoning. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask that the adventurers in our service serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltonet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to an injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty. Hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You are truly a pillar of strength, Ben. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe.
Ah, Ben, is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Golden? Our misfortunes have become a blessing, an opportunity to serve along the warrior of life himself.
Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route?
True, but our mission is the same. Separated by moms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together.
If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to them. To more practical concerns, then, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud.
He's waiting in Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Finn. In spirit. We shall be together every step of the way.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I was going to check up on you.
I didn't mean to hurt away. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here. Don't you see? I, Tataru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress Rubigrim's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise until we meet again.
Hello, Rubigrim.
Ah, Finn, isn't it? What brings you to the guild? So you are acquainted with our newest member. An arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, she would not be denied and goes now to undertake her first trial. A simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Plehia's supervision. A thought occurs to me. Why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationships with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you an ideal choice. You need only head to the cliffs south of Zephyr Gate, as before, and observe from a distance. He's doing the same thing. O'er Azure seas to Pirate's Port, where she meets her shining jewel. To bringing the smuggler's plans to naught, came a lass whom none could fool. Beat 'em with the backdraft, gut 'em with the gust, deck 'em with the downburst, go, carbuncle, go! Oh, are those crates I spy? Ah, and this must be the true test. But we are ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Carbuncle? Come back, Carbuncle, come back! I should have known you'd come, Fen. You needn't say a word, your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Miss Thurbergrim that of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanema, like so much else, is beyond me. Poor Tataru. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling arcanist? Abysmally, Mistress Thubiergame. Abysmally. As Fen will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist. Wrong as usual. I'm completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru. If that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose strength of our sights and of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanumania. Arcanuma. Were it not so, you would have struggled to even summon Carbuncle by your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? Of course. You are too kind, Mistress Hubergheim. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know I can do it. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a bit longer? Wonderful! Then to Costa del Sol we go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Winch told me to look. There is a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let's be off. That's Tataru. What fortune! I've already found one! Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? It should only take a moment. Now let's go to our destination. As we stand watch. Oh! Hello? I thought he was sliding like a raid boss or something. Turns out he was just fighting this guy. That's fine. And down he goes. Hello, Tataru. Let's go. Well fought, Fen. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue. They were treasured as wards back against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right, well, I mustn't keep Lahaman waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions in the Lomosian markets. Lomensian markets. She may have an eye for quality, but have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, convey my apologies to the antecedents, and tell her that she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Fen. Thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Bye. Bye-bye, Fen. Hello, unsettled scholar. At last, the Scions man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Isomhar. Come, we're late enough as it is. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions? Then please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. No, that does practically no damage, does it? That does nothing. Why do I even use it offensively? I see we have both completed our respective tasks, a satisfactory outcome. Though, if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch our foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, Snake Molt awaits, shall we? Right about here, yes. As before, I would like you to keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as they work. What's going to come and pick a fight with us today? Oh! Snake like that. Snake like that. Mr. Searcher is. What are we doing? There's 3 of them. It's time to Art of War them to death. That's sweet, sweet higher DPS. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come as no surprise. I am not given to superstition, but there is a rather queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. There's unsettled scholar. This before my guardian. Pray lead me to my task and ensure our safety. More raid. Oh no. Yeah, let's just kill all these things because why not? This data should prove invaluable to... Ugh. Ye gods. What is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of Adamoncies while my back was turned? Quickly now, to Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. Ew. You chose the petal and the ichor a while longer, I take it? No matter. I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient aether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's fount. The ambient aether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now, come along. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Find and pray a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. Also, what's that dragon on your shoulder? Uh-oh. Yes, quite high. Yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the Sixth Astral Era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. Something... Scion! Scion, come here! I need you! Albert?
Fear not, my friend. Fear not, my friends. Help has arrived. There you are, friend. There you are, friend. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Get it like a hog. By not by one, no. These wounds were made by a blade. Doesn't look like I put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. I've heard nothing of any crystal brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilred had to come here?
What should we do?
We will see to the scholar's protection, Fen. Ah, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I.
Are you frightened still? He's still frightened. He's still quivering in his boot. Alright, let's go to the antecedent then. Over more Dona. So you returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe you so? Wilred? Dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12, how can that be? I will send word to Alphino at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation, and send word to Wilred's family. Gods. He was just a boy. Who would do this? Why? Oh, damn it. It sounds as though she had quite the adventure. While it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. I'm sorry, Fen. No doubt you have other matters to attend to, and we have already imposed upon you so much. Pray take some time up to yourself. I dare say you have more than earned a respite. After all, we will be most busy with preparations as the banquet draws near. Should other adventurers summon you elsewhere, mayhap now is the time to heed their call.
In order to progress in the main scenario quest, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Alright, fantastic. We must complete the legacy of a log.
Let's go ahead and get on that then.